Dream Warriors was great. We agreed that it was great. Let me fix this. And now we just watched Dream Master, which introduced you to Alice.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Of the movie overall, or
Yeah.
They didn't explain why he wasn't still gone. All he said was, I'm not dead.
The dog peed.
Right, yeah, the dog peed fire that opened up hell, but he just said he wasn't dead, but didn't the whole thing start because he was dead?
Yeah.
So how did he come up out of the ground?
Because he's not dream dead. When I first watched part 4...
So what happened when they poured the holy water, whatever, on him and light shined through his body?
It took care of him. See, it took care of him temporarily. It took care of him temporarily. See, the first time I watched part 4, and I'm going to be honest with you, the first time I watched Dream Master, I saw it at the theater, and I came out angry. I was angry that they took the heroes from part 3 and basically just spit them out.
Right.
All right, we got to kill these guys first.
Right.
I was really mad that they recast Kristen. That Kristen went from being this really strong dream person to just being this crappy stock character who had really stupid lines.
Yeah.
But I liked Alice.
All right.
And yeah, I mean, for me, I still think Dream Warriors is the best, followed by the original, and then that one's probably tied with New Nightmare, and then this one would be right after that.
There's way too many of them. That's just silliness.
I'm not making her watch Dream Child or Freddy's Dead, because nobody should ever have to watch Freddy's Dead. She's laughing.
Dead.
But Freddy's Dead is the worst. Yeah, but they show how they actually kill him. Like, that's the last movie with Freddy in it until Freddy versus Jason.
Until they make another one.
Who knows what the chronology is? No, they tried to reboot, but it was just awful. They took Freddie Earl Haley, or Jackie Earl Haley, who is a really good actor, and they saddled him with a really crappy script and a really crappy version of Freddy. And instead of making him, well, I don't know, he's sort of like, I don't know if you've noticed, but as the movies go along, he's more of a wisecracker.
Yeah. He makes smart.
He's less scary.
Yes.
And more, aha, I got you. Aha, you're dead.
Right.
And when they did the reboot, I think they wanted really badly to make Freddy scary again. So they made him a creepy pedophile.
Ew. Which
they don't mention at all in these. He's a child killer, which is horrible. But in the remake, they had Nancy basically was sexually molested by Freddy, kind of thing. And that, yeah. And they get around with that, and then he taunts her about it at one point in the movie, and I'm like, oh, this is not Freddy. This is not Elm Street. This is just something gross. So this movie for me was the last quality one they did. And then it just sort of falls off. Like, part 5 is Freddy wants to be reborn as Alice's child. So he can, yeah. When the fetus dreams, he can kill somebody in the nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It's, well, because, see, Alice is the Dream Master.
Mm-hmm.
So the way they end it is she's the Dream Master, and she's keeping him locked away. He can't come out.
Okay.
So because she's keeping him locked away, he comes out through her baby.
Okay.
So this is why I'm not making you watch that one.
It just sounds weird.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Okay.
But, alright, scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Dream Master? Elm Street 4.
I don't remember what I gave the numbers I gave
5.
the other ones. Because I was thinking about a 5.
So they're all right about the same for you.
Yeah.
There's really no difference.
No.
You don't look and say, this is a big quality movie. This is great.
No.
This is fun.
No.
No characters stand out for you?
Not really. No.
Even Rick with his wannabe Johnny Depp bit?
Yeah. The end was really weird. That was bizarre.
The souls escaping from Freddy?
But it wasn't souls, it was arms. The arms escaping.
And boobs.
Yes.
They had Linnea Quigley there for her boobs.
The boobs didn't escape. It was just like, and the boobs.
That was Linnea Quigley. She was quite proud of that role. And she should be.
All right, you know, if that's your thing. But that was so weird, the arms.
I have Return of the Living Dead around here somewhere.
Coming out.
She's in that one, too.
Does she show her boobs in that one, too?
She shows everything in that one.
Oh, all right, there you go.
So, yeah. Linnea Quigley. She was a scream queen.
All right. Well, you know, if that's your thing.
So, the good news for Yvonne is that's the last Elm Street I'm going to make her watch. She survived. New Nightmare is not to me is not an Elm Street movie. It's something completely different. So I'll get her to watch that one, and then Freddy vs. Jason. And you don't have to get through all the Friday the 13th to get there, because you don't really need to watch Friday the 13th.
There's way too many.
And you don't really need to watch him. He's a guy in a hockey mask that kills people. And done. Oh, and he's got a hydrocephalic head.
Oh, yeah.
And they tell you that basically he was special needs before he passed away. So the kids teased him and picked on him, and then he drowned.
Right. That's the one that we watched the first one of, right?
Yes, because his mother was killing people because the counselors were off having sex rather than watching him while he drowned.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is October's fun. It's Halloween month, and it's been fun watching Elm Street movies with you while you sit there and go, what's happening?
The storyline's really weird. They're not scary though.
No.
At all.
Nope. And they get less scary as they go along.
Yes.
The one thing that put me off, and even now, like I would give Elm Street the Dream Master 7.5 out of 10, and that's 6 of those points is probably because Lisa Wilcox kicks ass as Alice. The part that gets me, and I always laugh at this, is when they figure out they're in the looping dream, and she's like, "He's got us stuck in a loop. We gotta go. Go where?
Yes.
He's got you stuck in a loop. Where are you going? Stop going in the loop then. Or you're a lousy master of anything. Because you just... I'm stuck in hamster wheel. I'm going to run faster. Like, I couldn't figure out what she meant by that. I really couldn't. Thought. And then it's weird. Because the rules change with every movie. His rules, the rules for what could kill him, like... His reflection is what he's afraid of in this one, and yet he was in mirrors in the third movie.
Right. Yeah.
And he jumped out of a mirror in the first movie.
Did she have to say the little rhyme at the same time?
Because she's the Dream Master.
Gotcha, okay.
She's the Master of Dreams.
Right.
Have you ever heard that rhyme before?
No.
The Master of Dreams, my soul I'll keep.
No, that's not how it goes.
It is now. Ever since 1987, or 88 when that came out.
No.
I do remember, though, I came out of part 4 and I was so mad at how this movie ended and how they just
really weird.
How they crapped all over Kincaid, Joey, and Kristen, that I came up with my own idea for part 5, which was that all of the souls that were freed got trapped inside of remember in part 3 Kristen's got the model of the house?
Yes.
I had that the entire movie of part 5 would be that the model of the house was indestructible and the souls were trapped in there, and that Freddy still had power because that was basically his backup, and that way it would be a way to bring characters from the previous movies in, and you could have like this whole mixture of all of them trying to fight Freddy with all of their knowledge together. So, and then they went with the idea of him trying to be born through Alice's kid.
That's weird.
So Hollywood knew better than I did.
Right.
I just wanted Kristen back. And in my book, she would have been played by Patricia Arquette.
Right.
Because we were going to get married.
Of course you were.
She just hadn't met me yet.
Right.
But we were going to get married.
That's all that was missing there.
We got beautiful babies.
Of course.
It would have been great. Just little Kristens and Freddys running around the house. I don't know why we're naming all of our kids Kristen and Freddy. But,
that'd be weird.
It would be really... I don't know why we would do that.
I have no idea. No.
So would you recommend? Okay, so let's say you're talking to somebody who's never seen a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Which one would you tell them to watch if they said I have to watch one of them?
You have to?
Yeah. Of the four you've watched.
Then the first one, just watch the first one.
Okay.
After that, they're kind of going weird to get that storyline to fit. Really, the dog peeing fire to open up hell? I don't understand. Was it peeing fire or was it peeing like gasoline and there just happened to be a spark right there?
See, and what bothered me was
and
the dog being named Jason.
Ground opened up. Yeah, I did notice.
I was like, why is the dog named Jason? Nobody names their dog Jason. They're doing it as a Jason Voorhees comment. It was really heavy-handed.
That was
Jason.
Really bizarre. And that was just like, wow, they're really trying really hard to keep this going, aren't they? I wonder how that meeting went. You know, when they're talking about the storyboarding and stuff.
Oh, I don't think there was a board.
I know. We'll have a dog pee fire. And then the ground will open up. And then his skeleton will just come back together. And then all of his body will... That's how that meeting went.
I think that's exactly how it reads in the script.
That's a great idea. We should totally do that.
Yeah, I think that's how it reads in the script.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was so weird. Yeah.
But any woman in the meeting was called Toots, and she got her butt grabbed because it was the 80s.
Of course, right.
So, go Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and there I was, not sexually harassing anybody, and I couldn't get my movie made. I really think that I could make a good Elm Street movie. I think if they let me helm an Elm Street movie, I think I could do a really good job, and I could do it for $20 million.
Well, I don't think their standards are very high, though. So.
That's why I think I could do a really good job. I would treat it like it was a real storyline. Freddy Krueger's a real person, and I would get into the biography of Freddy Krueger, people who knew him before he died.
Oh, okay.
Get into the lives of the actual parents who burned him. Why? Ones that are, should we have burned him? What happened? And then the start of him with the kids.
So like a prequel?
Yeah.
Or flashbacks?
Flashbacks kind of a reboot, because I think the Jackie Earle Haley one is just thrown away now.
Okay.
So you could get away with another reboot. So if anybody from New Line is watching...
Would you have the dog peeing fire, though? Because...
Now you're giving away the end of the movie. That's how Freddy dies.
Made the movie.
Dog pees fire.
The end.
All of a sudden, I've crafted this really good movie, and then all of a sudden, a dog comes out of nowhere and pees fire to kill Freddy, and everybody in the theater screams and starts running out of the theater, shouting about what an idiot I am. Because I can't make it actually a really good movie, or else, people are going to expect that all the time from Freddy movies. Right. So I just make it really good, and then the ending, I literally piss on the ending.
That was so weird.
Lisa Wilcox was hot, though.
Okay.
She's Alice.
All right.
It's the ripped jeans. I always had a thing for girls with ripped jeans back then.
So weird.
But that was when ripped jeans were organic that way. See, we used to just wear jeans until they were ripped. Now girls are pre-buying them ripped, which is so stupid.
It's weird.
You're paying $100 for 2/3 of a garment.
Well...
And you're going to put your foot in it someday and rip the crotch out of them. You're going to stick your foot in the wrong way and you rip the stupid. You think Hollywood's bad with Freddy movies. Maybe Freddy makes the jeans. Maybe that's what he's doing now that there aren't movies. You got those gloves, you're going to cut holes in your jeans. That's a great idea for the movie. Freddy could be like trying to rehabilitate himself wearing the glove.
Freddy the garment maker.
Freddy the garment maker. He could be the shoemaker.
You can't make shoes like that.
He could be the shoemaker, though, like in the...
and shirts.
Grimm's Fairy Tales from Freddy Krueger. Grimm's Tales by Grimm's Fairy Tale. Freddy Tales. Grimm's Freddy Tales. Oh my god. That's $1 billion idea.
No.
I have to admit that the Dream Master doesn't withstand time very well. It really, and everybody does believe the Freddy stuff a little too quick. If somebody came to me and said, hey, there's this guy Freddy and he kills people in your dreams and you die for real, I'd be like, so what kind of pills were you taking again? But in this movie, people are just like, well, since that person's dead, clearly this is all real. and nobody
like I
asked
said,
questions.
Though, she had so many people die around her, and just like going to school.
Well, of course you go to school. You don't want to miss your tests. It's not like the school would close or anything because half the kids are dead.
If 2 kids in a school died, they would absolutely close the school. They would have a day with no class.
And the only person in the school that gave a shit was Kristen. Nobody else cared. They're like, oh, Joey and Kincaid are dead. Better make sure Kristen doesn't find out. Hey, Rick, can you stand here and... Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah, they're all dead.
That's not how schools work, though.
Back in the 80s, kids would just die. No. Yeah, that was how high schools worked back then. There were so many slasher movies that were based on real life. You just kind of... Yeah, Billy's dead. Oh, you had a good run. And you just take Billy's desk.
Your homework?
Yeah. Can I have a day off? No, we got to do the math test today.
No, I thought
Billy's dead. It's not like taking a day off is going to make him come back. So get to the math test.
That was weird. I do find that odd in movies. People die and they're just like, oh, that's too bad.
That's how it is in horror movies.
It's weird.
Horror movies, there's no mourning at all. It's they're
there
dead.
Wasn't. She had so many people die around her.
Wait till she watches Freddy vs. Jason and sees the body count in that one, and nobody's mourning.
It's weird.
It's dozens.
There's a lot of weird in that movie, though.
Like, Freddy goes through a cornfield and is just macheteing right, left, and center. And there's still kids hanging out. It's like, I wouldn't be hanging out.
No.
I'd be like, I would like to finish my beer, but there's a 7-foot-tall guy with a machete that's on fire. I think I'm going to set my beer down and go home.
7 foot tall? That's ridiculous.
Ken Kersinger's about 7 feet tall.
That's crazy.
He plays Jason. He's huge.
That's crazy.
And Kane Hodder is legit badass. He had the word kill tattooed on the inside of his bottom lip.
Did it stay?
Yep. Something wrong with him.
That's weird.
There's something wrong with Kane Hodder. It's good that he can... Because he likes being killers in movies. He was in the movie Hatchet, too. I won't make you watch Hatchet either. I watched 5 minutes of Hatchet.
I'm going to assume that the movie Hatchet is different from the book Hatchet.
Yes.
Because it's a good book.
Yeah, no.
I like that book. That's good.
This one he grabs a guy by the mouth and just pulls their head in half. Which I don't even think is physically possible.
I don't see how
but
that
it's,
will be.
Yeah, it's grim. And I was like, I don't think I want to watch this. And as much as I love Kane Hodder and yeah, I just couldn't watch that.
I don't like gory movies.
I know. And that's the other thing, too. Elm Street 4 really doesn't have a lot of gore in it.
No. It's silly gore.
Like, Joey...
The arms breaking, that was kind of gross.
That is the only death in
gross.
an Elm Street movie that ever bothered me. Because I don't like bugs. And I watched her and I'm like, you know what? That would be my worst nightmare. That would... And I really, my skin was crawling. Because I was in the theater and we were front row. So I had a really good view of that. And I was like, oh, nope. I can't do this. Nope. And that's another thing, too, with the Elm Street movies is they telegraph how people are going to die. Because, like, I'm scared of, I'm good at, and whatever you put in that space,
right.
That's how they're going to die. I have asthma. You're going to get your face sucked out. I'm a good ninja guy. Then you're going to get your face kicked in. I hate bugs. You're going to die because of bugs. And then, you know, Sheila used to say mind over matter. She said it once. She said it once in the movie and explained it to her. And she's like, Sheila used to say that. She said it once. And they make it like it's all drag. Alice said what she said. Yeah, it's a really common bloody phrase. And it wasn't used properly either time in this movie. That's not what mind over matter means. At all.
No.
Sheila's so brilliant. Hey, stud, you want some buns? Oh, what a horrible line. She's so smart. And every line that she delivers in the movie is awful. So, yeah, I do have some quibbles with the movie. Minor. Robert Englund was having a lot of fun in this, though, as Freddy. Especially when he put on the sunglasses, you got the feeling that was his hero moment. But that was when people really started cheering for Freddy. I think that was a Canadiens fan. LA just scored.
Oh, yeah.
LA just scored, and I could hear a scream.
Yep.
So I'm going to guess that this is Elm Street related. This is related to the horror that is this road trip for Montreal. Because Montreal should have been winning this game. All right.
That was funny.
Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of Elm Street 4 in the comment section below. Spoilers, of course, but if you didn't watch the movie yet, you don't care. It was 30 years ago. Get over it. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and thank you so much for watching. I've tortured this poor lady enough. We also watched Cat's Eye. I don't know if you wanted to do a review for Cat's Eye.
If you want.
Do you feel like there's enough to review with Cat's Eye?
I guess, probably.
Okay. So we can do that as well. And we'll talk to you again soon.